Hey, how are you? Welcome to the Late Night Live. Hello to you all. Hello. Yes, this is the Late Night UK live stream. We're going a little earlier than expected because the live stream that was meant to happen sadly didn't go ahead in the end. I mean, it was unusual for Trevor to schedule a live stream for 12 a.m. UK time, but I think he got the timing mixed up by mistake. I think he meant 12 p.m. UK time, not the AM. I think he made a silly mistake, but we all do it. By and large, we all do it. And I seriously thought he was going to do. I seriously was thinking to the top of my head that he was going to be live streaming at 12 a.m. UK time, but I think real life, I think he made a silly mistake, but there we are. Hello to you, lovely Zeph. Hello to you. Howdy. Always. It's always a howdy, Zeph. Sorry, I forgot, but it just taught me to remember. And Samantha, fellow channel member from Trevor's community. Hello, lovely Samantha. Hello. And Heidi, I'm very well, thank you. I hope you're doing well too. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you. I was going to go live much later because I thought Trevor was going to go live. I was honestly, very honestly thinking he was going to be live streaming at 12 a.m. UK time. But I think looking at the reality, I think he accidentally got the timing mixed up. That's a possibility that I'm not ruling out, but that's my hunched conclusion, Samantha. But live streaming earlier, otherwise. Yes, I think Trevor's probably in bed. I think you're completely right on that, Samantha. Just had my mug of milk. Late night live mug of milk. Pardon. No. Oh, I think he would. No, I certainly been thinking, and sorry about that. Sorry about moving the computer. Sorry. But here we are live streaming. Yes. We'll do maybe a good 3 or 4 hours, something like that. Shake not stirred. Good one, Samantha. Yes, very good one indeed. No, I'm all right. No, I had to check something. No, I had to check something, and I hadn't missed anything out. But I'm completely fine, Samantha. Completely fine indeed. And it's wonderful to catch you on a live stream, my lovely Samantha. No, it really well and truly is. It's wonderful seeing you on here, fellow channel member from Trevor's community. Wonderful seeing you on here as usual. And certainly wonderful seeing you on Annabelle's community too. Oh, how wonderful. How wonderful. How about giving you a nice hug before bed? Thank you for the hugs. I'd certainly accept a nice hug from you before going to bed. I certainly would. Well, you have got children, haven't you? And I'm sure they're always wanting a hug before going to bed, aren't you? Hello to you, Stevie. I thought you were in bed because we honestly thought Trevor was going to go live at 12 a.m. I think it's likely he got the timing mixed up. But never mind. We all make those mistakes. No worries whatsoever. Certainly no trouble whatsoever. Oh, you saw I was live. Oh, enchanted. Oh, enchanted. Now you've caught me late night live. I was initially going to do this much later. I really was because of the expected live stream from Trevor. But obviously now looking at the bigger picture, I think the reality is he accidentally got the timing mixed up for 12 p.m. mixed up for 12 a.m. I think that's the reality. I could be wrong, but that's my conclusion. Granny loves coffee. Hello to you. I got your comment, but I'm sorry I've not replied yet, but I will reply for once. Once chance allows, I will immediately reply to you. Certainly. Because normally I reply, but sometimes I can take time to reply. And sometimes I don't always reply straight away, which is rather naughty of me, but I always reply to whatever I can. You know, I have a big willy. Oops, wrong set. Hello to you, Sapper. Hello to you indeed. I'm sorry, what? Wait a moment. Oh gosh, you're 3 hours ahead of me, Sapper. You're just past 4 o'clock in the morning in the United Arab Emirates. Gosh, it's wonderful seeing you on here, as usual. Yes, Sapper is certainly funny. He's certainly funny, and he indeed. Stevie and Samantha, you got to make me laugh. It was wonderful seeing you on the live I did earlier on. But you did seemingly go up and disappear. I did see your final comment, but I just finished the live the moment you put your final comment in, Sapper. But it was wonderful seeing you on here. But I'm sorry if I may have inadvertently bored you talking about somebody because and all that. You had to go to bed. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. But you've probably gotten up now, I would imagine. Probably gotten up to take the dogs out for a walk. That's my guess. And all. Oh, my. Oh, yes. There we are. But I hope you slept well anyway, Sap. I certainly hope you slept well and all that. I'm wishing you and Juvie always the greatest of wishes and best of and the best of times always, as usual. But we're sorry about the rumours back in June of 2024 when it was rumoured you were getting a divorce and you were like, I love my wife, we are not getting divorced. Oh, that's sorry, wait a moment. Sorry, everybody. There was something I'd forgot to reply to. Wait a moment. And then I've got numerous others to reply to before too long, but I'll get it done. I'll certainly get it done. Sorry, wait a moment. Did it. But do be assured I'll eventually get back to others and all that for whenever I can. One could say we've more or less wound down to some extent. Granny loves coffee, wound down and all that, but there we are. But I'm happy to stay up a little longer, you know. Hello to you, Fraser. Hello to Fraser. Hello. Oh, it'll be about 7:05 now, Heidi. You're off back to sleep. Okay, sleep well, Sapper, won't you? Just thought you would drop by and say hi. We'll catch you soon, Sapper, and rest well, won't you? Yes, thank you, Samantha. Thank you. I unite people from all over the world. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Well, I would more or less say so, but thank you. You didn't have to say this, but thank you. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you. Thank you. And it's wonderful seeing you, lovely Stevie. It's wonderful seeing you. Hello to you, Irene. Hello to you again. Thank you. Were you on the live earlier on? Because I didn't see your comment. I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't know if I did or not. But hello to you, lovely Irene. I did a live earlier on, and I'm next to be live streaming on the 6th of September of 2024 to tell you of things. That's when I'm next live streaming. You know. Oh, thank you, Samantha. Thank you. Thank you. People gravitate to me. Thank you. No, I've seen this, but even if I may not always expect it, but thank you for saying so all the same. Thank you. Thank you. And many best wishes to your wonderful children, because I know you've got children, as you said. And I imagine they're probably wanting a hug good night from you, or I would assume they've already got their hugs and squeezes and cuddles good night from you already, I'd imagine. as as what a lot of children like to receive and all that, you know. All six are flat out to sleep. I could imagine they're all flat out to sleep by now. And I'd imagine they'd always want a nice hug good night. Lot of hugs or cuddles good night, I'd imagine. That's my guess. You know. This is your time. Yes, I would assume so now, yes. We're like the water. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Very interesting indeed, Samantha. Sorry, my Daphne did a little shake. She did a little shake a moment ago. Oh, but has anything else got something interesting to share? Your cat had three kittens. Just only one left. Oh, that's awful. Sorry hearing about the others. So sorry hearing this, Samantha. But has anything got anybody here? Have all 16 of you? We've got 16 of you on here in less than 15 minutes. So have any you 16 of you got something interesting to share? Oh, they went to good. Oh, thank goodness they went to good homes. I'm so glad they went to good homes, Samantha. Thank goodness for that. I did a live recently. Granny loves coffee. A live recently, and also if you watch the replay, I was talking about somebody, and what made the live special was it took place on. Sad as it may sound, it took place on a dedicated and notable man's anniversary of his death. The recent live stream I did. So it gave me the incentivizing grip of it gave me the incentive to represent the man in honor of his life on the anniversary of his death in the recent inspirational live stream and all that. You know. And hello to Athos. Hello to Athos. Oh, thank you, Heidi. Thank you. I'm all. I've known about this individual for a long time now. I never knew anything about him until a few years after he died. To tell you of things, Heidi, but what an extraordinary man. No, really, what an extraordinary man he truly was. And but for those of you who are interested in about the man I was talking about, it's all spoke you'd hear about it on the replay on the Inspirational Livestream. You're going to have to let your little gal go soon. What happened to your little gal? Zeph, what happened to her? Is she ill? Whatever happened to her? No, for whenever you want to give it a watch, Samantha, I'd certainly recommend you give it a good watch. Oh no, she's ill. Oh dear. I'm so sorry hearing this, Zeph. No, really, I am well and truly sorry hearing of this. Is that one of your loving dogs who's very ill, I would imagine? Yes, hello to you, Kaz. Hello to you. It's a wonderful seeing you on here. And but I hope I didn't bore you by all means, Kaz, when I was talking about somebody on the recent live stream I did. Hope it wasn't too boring given all that I was talking about and the extent and level at which I was talking at length about the person. But it's certainly wonderful seeing you on the live that I'm doing in recent times. Certainly is it most wonderful seeing you on here indeed. Lovely Kaz. Our lovely Kazzy, located over in Liverpool. Yes. No, no, I am very sorry for poor Zeph, yes. No, I'm really well and truly sorry for poor Zeph indeed. Samantha, poor lady. And her poor dogs. Oh, gosh. Poor dog indeed. Sorry about that. You was firearm trading her. She walked well, though the legs, but my girl is sweet and special. I have to be right to her. No, it really is heartbreaking, Athers. Yes, when your pet gets very ill and has to be put down. To be put down when ill, that's extremely heartbreaking and a hard thing, and a completely hard thing to contemplate too. No, really, it's a completely hard thing to contemplate too. She walked through the paths of your memories always. How wonderful. This is true, Samantha. Your pets, cats, dogs, any kind of animal, they're not an animal, they are part of the family. This is completely true and well said. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kaz. Thank you, Kazi. You're an anxious mess because your girls are back to school tomorrow, hence you're awake at 1:12 a.m. eating crisps and muffins. But listening to me calms you down immeasurably. How interesting. How interesting and how lovely learning of this from you, Kazi. How wonderful learning of this from you indeed. No, I can imagine she's really special. Zeph, I mean, well and truly. You know. Always keep all the good memories. Yes, well said. And well shared, Heidi. Very well shared indeed. No, but what was she like before she got ill? She must have been really, seeing that you've spoken very highly of your dog now very poorly, she must have been extremely wonderful, Zeph. And my friend Sonia in Sunderland, I think you know Sonia now, who's been on a few lives of mine. She has a German Shepherd, female German Shepherd, who's extremely loving, to tell you all things. So I imagine she was extremely loving, was she? Oh, how awful. Oh, no, it's really sad. No, it really is heartbreaking having to get a little, having to get a dog to sleep or put down because it's ill. Awful. She's 8 years old. Gosh, she's really not that old now. But she has some serious health issues. She could dive off your diving rock. I'm so sorry. No, I remember you saying you have German Shepherd's height. Zeph, I do know that. I know, Fraser, yes, it really is a horrible decision to make indeed. Well and truly well shared. Very well shared indeed, I must say. I mean, extremely well shared indeed. I know, Samantha, I know. Awful, awful. I know, Heine, yes. Very, very well shared point. No, I can imagine just how heartbroken you are. I'd be feeling, to tell you something, Zeph, I'd be feeling completely the same if this happens to my Daphne and Nixie. I'd be feeling completely the same as yourself if it happens to Daphne and Nixie. No, really, well and truly. Because dogs and cats, they are not animals, they are part of the family. No, really, they are well and truly part of the family. Lots of hugs to you always, Zeph, because you're almost certainly going to be needing them, aren't you? You're certainly going to be needing the hugs, aren't you? So, oh, lots of hugs always. Hugs, hugs always. As a means of empathizing sympathy. Oh, oh. I completely agree with you, Heidi. Yes, well shared indeed. Words fail you. Never mind. Not to worry. Can't always say everything right, can we? But never mind. Yes, yes, yeah. Sorry, Zeph. My apologies. I'm not allergic to mornings, Samantha. Sorry if I got a little quiet. I need to sit up properly, don't I? I think that's a little better. That's a little better indeed. Hello to you, Tasso. Hello, good friend Tasso, indeed. Hello to you. You could share my broadcast if I scan a link. Yes, it is the ultimate act of kindness and love to end the suffering of a loved one. Well shared, Kazi. Well shared indeed. And another well shared point from Athers too. But let's move on. But seeing that Kazi's been eating some muffins and crisps, I never knew he had quite the affinity for muffins. I never knew he had the affinity for muffins, Kazi. No, really, I never knew that. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I quite like a muffin from time to time, yes. But would I eat muffins all the time? No. No, I wouldn't. I certainly would not eat muffins all the time, no. Just sporadically is enough for me to enjoy. Hello to you, Dave Bryan. Hello to Dave. Yes, I have got my gym jams on. Certainly well shad indeed. You enjoy blueberry muffins. I enjoy a blueberry muffins too, occasionally as well, Tess. So I enjoy blueberry muffins occasional too. Okay, it was an Asda one. Trying to think which one I get, or which one I've had. Uh, Normally have the one sometimes from the Tesco, but not often. I really don't eat muffins often. I mostly stick to a fruit and vegetable and fish diet. But I think if I had far too many muffins, Kaz, I'd probably put on too much weight because I do put it on more easily than I used to. Because I went from 9 stone 4 to 11 stone, as I've shared with you before. But 9 stone 4 in the American and Canadian neck of the woods is 130 pounds. But 11 stone, however, is 100. But 11 stone, however, is 154 pounds. You're not that healthy, desperate. Really? What makes you think you need to gain weight, Kaz? What makes you think you desperately need to gain the weight? You're a chocolate lover. Oh gosh, Heidi, I didn't know that. But really, I never knew you had to gain weight. Oh, no, I can imagine the air being horrid when there's a fire about 45 minutes from your home residency. Hello to you, Mika. Hello to Mika from the No Other Cat community. Hello to Mika. Hello, hello, hello to you. But oh gosh, oh my goodness, 7 stone is petite. Oh god, I couldn't imagine being 7 stone. And you're only my height and 7 stone. Super fast metabolism, it runs in your family. I need at least oh gosh. I mean, one of my friends who's our height, Kaz, she's only 8 stone, to tell you all things. Could you imagine that? But 7 stone. God. 7 stone. That's 4 stone smaller than myself. I'm 11 stone. I was 9 stone 4. Now I'm 11 stone. Yes, our bodies are incredible no matter what. No matter what our size. Yes, well shared, Kazi. Well shared indeed. You wish you were 7 stone, Zeph. I don't think you'd want to be 7 stone. Well, I never could have thought you would have an affinity for being that petite. Don't you think 7 stone's a bit small on your frame? Don't you think? 7 stone. I mean, really, don't you think it's a little small for you? I would think that would be a bit small for you. I would have thought about 9 or 10 stone would be ideal for you, but not 7. Hello to Baxter. Hello, hello, hello to Baxter. Hello, hello indeed. But yes, you carried 3 children, including the twin daughters. But I'm glad they're all healthy, Kaz. I'm glad they're all healthy. You used to weigh 90 pounds. Gosh. I never could have thought you were overweight, Zeph. I never knew that. I never knew that. But at 90 pounds, would I personally want to be 90 pounds? No. I'm afraid not. Do I want to be anything more than 160 pounds? Definitely not. No. Oh, you caught me at the tail end of the Inspirational Live. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Eileen. Thank you for telling me so all the same. But no, Martin really does value the friendship. Oh, you're not overweight. Oh, okay, okay. You're just heavier than used to being. Oh, okay. I mean, happens to all of us, doesn't it? But I do understand your point now, Zeph. I do understand your point, but I certainly understand your point and all that. Even my mother can describe herself as fat if she's heavier than the weight she's used to. I mean, even though she sometimes said she was fat and she's not in the slightest overweight. You know, I think if my mother went anything more than 10 stone, she would feel too big. I mean, I don't know what my mother's weight is for pounds. I think in pounds she's around about 132, 140 odd pounds, something like that. That's about my mother's sort of weight range. That's my guess, 132, 140 pounds. But, you know, she's generally small, whereas mine's 154 pounds on the other hand. Gosh, you've always been a US size 3 or 5. No, old age is difficult. Can I tell you something? Speaking of size difference, I used to be a size small, or sometimes an X small in certain cases. I mean, it was in full dependence of the brand of the shirt or jumper until I was about 20. But since turning 20, I'm now generally a size medium. But yes, old age is difficult because I had to go up a clothes size. Go up a clothes size, I'm afraid. And I also even went up a waist size. So yes, old age is difficult. True right on that. You know? and all that. It was when I put on over 20 pounds of weight, going from 130 to 154 pounds. Going from that weight to the weight I am now, not only did I go up a waist size, but I even went up a clothes size too. Oh, gosh. Wow. I mean, make something of that, Zeph. I mean, there are only can only fit into a minority of size smalls, but it's independence of the brand. Most size smalls, I'm too big, they don't fit. So I often have to go. So I have to wear size medium. Generally, wear size medium. But sometimes there's the exception of a minority of size smalls I can fit into, but really seldom very many now. Seldom many, I'm afraid, but there we are. This is what weight gain does to you. You go up a size and you can't fit into something. Medium is comfy for you, not two. Okay. You're at a size 6 or 8, small petite. Gosh, that is petite. Wow. In your 20s, you had to buy a little girl? Oh, wow. Gosh. Oh, gosh. That is something. Oh. But thank you, Samantha. Thank you for saying that my mother is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you to Zeph for saying that my mother is knockout gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Thank you. But if Kaz is still on here, I really had very little realization you had super fast metabolism. How very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Trying to think, was mine super fast? Um, don't know if it was super fast. It was faster years ago, but it's really slowed. But my metabolism has slowed down greatly. It's slowed down quite a bit since I got into my 20s, I'm afraid. But this is what, as Zeph said, and as she rightly referenced, old age is difficult. You know, your metabolism slows down. Some things you can't do as well as you used to. Like I can't run anymore. I mean, I can, but I can't go fast. I can't run fast. Well, no, far. Sorry, I can't run far anymore. Sadly, I used to be able to run far, but I can't run far anymore. But you know, no, Zeph. I don't know, Kaz. No, that's not funny. No, we had to move on from saying those sorts of things. I mean, I had to move on from saying those sorts of things. I'm afraid it was namely because of myself and Sapper having banter together because of our profound weight differences and because of how he viewed my weight. And then I sort of chucked it back at him with how I viewed his weight. But it's not, no, but please don't, no, it's not funny, that sort of thing. It's not funny now. After what happened back in July, of 2024, and how one of my friends took to it because I called her that, called her, it was, I mean, I'm not repeating what it was. I've had to retire those sayings, you know, something waiting, git afterwards. I had to retire it, I'm afraid, Kaz. No, I know you're not oversensitive about it. I know you're not, but But saying things like skinny git or huge git and things like that, there are people who will not receive well to it. Kaz, to tell you on things. Sapper and I, we only do the banter privately now. We don't do it on a live anymore because of how far I took it. I took it too far with other people. Did somebody? No, I've not copied your account. Zev, I've certainly not copied your account, no. No, I wasn't censored. I wasn't censored, but I have to be careful how others can take and receive to it, Kaz. That's the thing. There are people out there who are not going to take kindly or very well to it. But I do know, I remember, you saw I was full of guilt after what happened. Really, rightly so. You had imaginary friends as a child. They were two horses that lived in the path in the scullery. Your husband says it explains a lot. I'm alone in having. Am I alone? No, 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 no. No, no, no. You're not alone on that, Athos. You're certainly not alone. All children, even certain adults, have imaginary friends. Well, I wouldn't say it's dictating, Kaz, but it's a matter of being careful. That's the main thing. Matter of being careful, you know? The tin, yes, I know. This is true, Zeph. All kids do have imaginary friends, yes, and certain adults of certain uniqueness, but there we are, you know. But there was something I missed from what Kaz said. It ran from your dad to you and now to your son. Oh, wow. Your son's tall. I didn't know that. I'm I'm not all that tall, I'm afraid, but never mind. I mean, I'm not, by all means, Kaz. I'm certainly not short, but I'm not typically tall for a man, you know. I mean, because as I said to you before, my mother's side of the family are all 5'6" or shorter. It's my dad's side that's a little bit taller. Well, my dad's the tallest in his family, even though he's not short. Yes, I know that, Kaz. You're my height, yes. Taller than my mother and all of my mother's brothers and sisters. Because as I said to you before, they're all 5'6" or shorter. Everybody on my mother's side of the family. You know, when my mother's mother is short, my maternal grandmother, who's only a mere 5'3", and my paternal grandmother, my father's mother, she's 5 feet 2. You're talking a short lady. Well, both my grandmothers are short ladies, to tell you something. No, really, they are well and truly short. And with my mother being 5'6", two of her brothers are also that height as well, and one of her sisters. But the others, the remaining three, because there's seven, four are 5'6", but the remaining three are shorter than that. At 5'5.5", 5'5", and 5'4", respectively. So you're talking not very tall, my mother's side of the family. My mother's not typically tall, and certainly not all that big a person either. Says to someone who's only got a size 10 clothes size, 10 UK, which is that's about a size 6 UK US clothes size, a size 10 UK. And 10 UK is about 27, 28-inch waist, something like that. Whereas I, on the other hand, I'm a 30 waist. Your son is 6'3". I know that. I know that, Zeph. I know this now only too well from you. I know that. I certainly do know that for sure. My grandmother Anne, she's quite a character, Kaz, to tell you one thing. She's really quite a character. you know. She's got quite a lot of personality. I mean, she's a bit bad-tempered, which is the downside, but she has got a lot of personality in her. Yes, I know, Hailey. I know that. I do know that for sure. I certainly know that completely. Thank you, Alfredo. Hello to you indeed. Thank you, Alfredo. I'd seen your comments, but I'm sorry I'd not replied because I was literally, by the time you commented, I literally jumped over to my friend's channel to see if he was going live. You know, but other than that, it didn't happen in the end. But other than that, because I waited a while and it didn't happen, I was like, okay, time to jump off and do the late night live at an earlier time. Why I scheduled it later, because of my friend expected to go live. But I think looking at the reality of it now, Alfredo, I think he got the timing mixed up and all that. I think that's looking at the showcase reality of it. Hello to X. Can I trust you? Wait a moment. Is this a channel I can trust, or is this X a troll? But thank you for the nice things you had to say towards me. Thank you. Well, I'm guessing you're not a troll because you've said some of the nice things to me. So thank you. Thank you. That's 6'3", Alfredo. So you're the same height as Kaz's son, and Kaz. But Kaz, on the other hand, she's my height, 5'8". But what's that you're saying? Oh gosh, your late father was tall, 6'7". You're a cool guy. Okay, don't worry, Zeph. Rest assured, X is a cool guy. Do be assured now. Well, we're gonna keep an eye on X, okay? Yes, Zeph, we're gonna watch. We're gonna well and truly watch. Any trolls who cause nonsense, I'm booting them out. You know what I am? I'm not gonna fucking stand the fucking nonsense. Excuse the language. But Zeph, I've generally got mods. I do generally have mods. I'm sure you're greatly aware of this already. I have got an enlisted set of mods. Yes, please don't mess with anybody, X. X, if you're going to mess with anybody, you're going to get blocked. Either timed out, but if you blow the second chance, you're blocked. And I mean that. Yes, well said, Samantha. Trolls are not welcome. That's why we're keeping an eye on X. This is why we're keeping a complete eye on X. Yes, I may welcome people, but trolls I do not welcome at all. No. No. There we are. You see? Just be careful how you word it, X, because I don't want people getting upset. That's all. I really don't. I do care very much about the community. I really do. Yes, Zeph's reminding you to be careful. She's reminding you to be careful. Thank you, Granny Loves Coffee. Thank you. Thank you. But thank you for the nice things you had to say, X. But X, could you just be careful how you word certain things? Because some people on here may not take it the right way, and I do mean that. No, I know you're tolerant. You do come across as quite tolerant. No, apparently X is saying he's a Trevorite. Okay, you're a Trevorite. Okay. Thank you for telling me, but I've never seen you on Trevor's content. But interesting knowing you're a Trevorite. Pleasure, Alfredo, pleasure. Pleasure. Yes, I've never seen X on Trevor's Live either. Okay. Time to really keep a serious eye on this one. We have a troll called X No Other Cat. Is this the X from No Other Cat, Alfredo? Okay, sleep well, Samantha. Sleep well. A nice big hug before going to before bed. I'm hoping it's not the same X you were referring to, Alfredo. I'm hoping it's not the same one. Now, a nice hug before going to bed, Samantha. Hug before bed. Well, I don't know how you take to hugs before bed, but I like a nice hug before bed. I do. Thank you, everybody, for having Samantha's back. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, X. Behave yourself. And thank you, Kaz, for having Samantha's back and your friendliness towards her. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, gosh, Mark. Gosh. Tin bath that came out on a Sunday. We all had a bath in the same water. Yes, gross. Yeah, well said, Zeb. I know. I know, Arthur's well shared. Well shared. Very, very well shared indeed. But to share things with oneself on an exciting note, or a fairly good note, we've got Kaz's grandmother's birthday later this month. So it's a happy birthday to Kaz's grandmother. I mean, it's extremely unfortunate that she's almost completely blind, which is awful in every way. But really, happy birthday to your grandmother for her 97th. Happy 97th to your grandmother. Wishing her many more years of health and happiness, but I'm just so extremely sorry for her visual impairment, by all means. But really, many happy returns for her special day. Oh gosh, I'm exposing something. Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, if you want to see what the arm looks like, there you are. That's what the arm looks like as it was partially exposed. A skinny right arm. That's what it looks like. A very skinny white arm. That now shown it. There it is. Oh, God. Oh, well. Because one saw my arm partially exposed, or all of you saw my arm partially exposed, well, this is what it looks like. That's what my arms would generally look like. Skinny. But I'm happy with skinny arms. Do I want big arms? No, absolutely not. No. I like the fact that I've got skinny arms, but it probably wouldn't be very well received in some bits and pieces because they'd probably think, oh dear, you're not representing anything good with skinny arms like that. There's nothing wrong with men having skinny arms, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Completely nothing wrong with it. Yeah. But has anybody got anything interesting to share? I mean, Ethel shared something rather uninteresting, unusually interesting, but obviously it would strike some people as disgusting. I mean, obviously, because, we've all got our own individualized thoughts and opinions, but anybody else got something interesting to share? We had something marvelously interesting from Ethel's, marvelously unusually interesting, but obviously, it's going to strike some as disgusting, dependence on independence of one's opinions, but interesting all the same, you know, and all that. Oh gosh, it's going to partially expose my arms. I'm nothing. I'm happy with it, but just got to see how one takes to a man having, skinny arms like this. But there you are. But sorry if if it struck oneself as boastful. Ash from the fire is falling here. Is the fire being put out, by all means? Since you said the ash from the fire is falling. Oh, it's not put out. Oh, God. Not good. Something needs to be done about the fire. Seriously. Not at all good. Yeah. They're trying to knock it down. No, at least they're trying to knock down the fire. Sorry about this. I had to just look up in case I'd missed anything. But fortunately, I did not miss anything, luckily. Fortunately, I missed nothing. I had to check to see if I'd not missed any comments by all means. But fortunately, I missed nothing. It was nice 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Excuse me a moment. That's just short of 24-degree weather. That's a little bit nippy. 75 degrees Fahrenheit, that's a little bit nippy. I mean, it's getting on to the not far off the hot side, but that's a little bit nippy. But I'd be a little cold if I were you, Heidi. I'd put my jacket on my coat. Sadly, that's a side effect of aging and getting older, I'm afraid. The older you are, the colder you feel. I've certainly came to experience this as I aged. I mean, even at 154 pounds of weight, I still feel the cold a lot, unfortunately, especially as I aged and got older. Dear, oh dear, oh no, oh dear. And another thing I got to be careful about is dancing. If I wanted to do a dance, I have to be careful I don't blow out kneecaps or break a bone. Not fun. No. Or be careful I don't slip over or anything if I was dancing, in case I don't break a coccyx or a back or spinal cord. Last thing anybody would want to experience that. Oh dear. Fire symbol, Heike. Quite a good fire symbol you've represented. Many evacuations. I've got to be careful to dance, Zeph. I'd need to dance very carefully now these days because, I don't want to blow out any kneecaps. You know, old age, I'm afraid, Zeph. Old age. Oh no. But by all means, Zeph, did you enjoy your time in Alaska? And I hope your walks in Alaska went all right. And I hope it wasn't too much for you, the walking, but I hope it went all right. The Texas two-step. I don't know the Texas two-step dance, but it's not too all right, with certain knowledge to other dance moves and things. Just don't overdo your walking, Zev, okay? I would advise to anybody not to overdo the walking, but I'm happy it was awesome for you, but just don't overdo your walking, okay? I mean, even I have to be careful with walking so I don't overdo anything, but there we are. This is what happens when you're older. You have to watch what you do. It's not fun, and comes at the expensive cost of frustration. Oh, no. Oh dear. Hello to Janet Smith. Hello to you indeed. And Janet, we only just became conversant together, and you came on my live. You twisted your. Oh no. I'm so sorry hearing this, Zeph. I'm extremely sorry learning you twisted your Achilles heel, but you'd do it all. If I twisted my heel or an Achilles heel, I would not want to do that again. No, really, I wouldn't. If that ever happened to me, I've got to be careful. I don't want the same thing happening to me. It was 69 degrees Fahrenheit in Kentucky. How wonderful. Oh gosh, well, that's cold. That is cold, 69 degrees Fahrenheit. No, it's not. That's nippy. That's nippy, 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Going down to the. Oh, that's too cold. No, 50 degrees is far too cold. That's too cold. 50 degrees Fahrenheit is in the 50s is cold. No, that really is cold. No. I'd be cold if I were anybody in 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I'd put my jacket on or my coat. I know. September gets cold. I know. Bloody. I don't like it cold. I really don't. You know, you walked with bears. What an incredible experience. I would not want to walk with bears. No, anything you say, don't beat me up. No. And Wanda's in. Hello to Wanda. Yes, 50 degrees Fahrenheit, cold. That's nothing but cold. 10 degrees. That's far too cold. I think some of you remember that reaction from a Graham and Fiona live stream saying, that's nothing but cold. That's nothing but cold. 10 degrees. That's far too cold. I think one of you on here remembers that reaction. But yet, my friend who was on the live, she described it as lovely and warm. Lovely and warm. 10 degrees. Gosh. She even described roughly 5 or 6 degree weather as nippy. I'm like, what the hell? 5 or 6 degree weather, that is not bloody. That's freezing cold, not nippy. But hello to you, Wanda. Hello to Wanda. You are still keeping up the fight to win the WSR raging in your body. Oh, at least you're keeping the fight going. That's the main thing. Your eldest granddaughter, Sophie, wants to quit medical school. She wants to quit medical school to come care for you, but you told her she must keep her studies up to help many. She said you are thank you. A very caring, handsome man. Thank you. Thanks to Sophie. Thanks to lovely Sophie. She's about my age, isn't she, Sophie? She must be around about my age by now, I would assume. 50 degrees Fahrenheit is nothing but cold. That's nothing but cold. Gosh. And hello to Gertrude. Hello to lovely Gertrude. Hello, hello, hello to you. Yes, we're all with Wanda. Thank you, Zev. Thank you for having Wanda's back. We are all with Wanda in her fight. That's actually younger than me. No, so your granddaughter's younger than I am, Wanda. No, she's younger than me. I'm older than her age. But she wants to come care for you. Obviously, medical school's one thing, but caring for an elderly relative is another thing, you know. But, well, if she does go down the path to care for you, Wanda, I really do hope she gives you the best care possible if she happens to go down that path. I know you advised against it, but if she does go down that path, I really hope the care she provides to you really goes well and all that. I know, Gertrude. 50 degrees Fahrenheit is nothing but cold. One of my friends described 50 degrees Fahrenheit as not as lovely and warm, and that is like nothing but cold. And I was like, I'd be cold if I were you. I'd put my jacket on my coat. But then she described the difference between the two of us. But she believed my size had something to do with me feeling the cold more. I don't think my weight has anything to do with it. I think genetics more likely, to be honest with you. You planted carrots today. How interesting, Granny loves coffee. How interesting. Yes, no, I really would. I really would be wearing a coat in that weather. Cold, cold, cold. No, almost certainly cold. It's not really that warm, 19 degrees weather, Heike. It's really not. No, 19 degrees weather. I don't feel it warm. I really don't feel it warm in that. I really don't. Yeah, no, I know. No, you're completely right, Zeph. Weight has nothing to do with one feeling the cold. Either one does feel it or they don't. Which is completely as truth has things. Completely as truth has things. You took care of your mother, an Alzheimer's patient, for 5 years. It wasn't. No, I can imagine that really isn't easy. No, it really is not easy taking care of an Alzheimer's patient. No, it really is not. A lot of people with Alzheimer's disease generally need specialist care. I'm not saying this as a means of discriminatory, but many cases of people with Alzheimer's disease do generally need specialist care, and that is just completely as truth as things. No, I can imagine just how difficult it was, well and truly. No, really, well done, Janet. I thank you, Gertrude, for having Janet's back for all that she did. Thank you, thank you. Oh, you will never allow her to quit medical school. She has worked so hard to make honor roll, etc. You will FaceTime her more to keep up our close connections. You told her you will be her study partner. Wait a moment. Can apparently take about 10 to 14 years to be a doctor. Really, it's independence on the type of doctor one wants to be and your qualifications before medical school. The medical degree would normally be 5 years long. It's about 5 years, but it can really take a long time to be a doctor. No, it really can. No, the trolling that Graham and Fiona. The trolling Graham and Fiona have gone through is nothing but insane. It is really, truly insane what certain people go through. Oh, thank you, X. Thank you. Thank you. You didn't have to, but thank you. Thank you for the kindly super thanks donation. Thank you. Thank you. Sleep well, won't you? In America, it's 8 years of medical school to be a doctor. Oh, gosh. I don't know how long Wanda's daughter's been in medical school for. I really don't know. That's the only thing, but really, 8 years medical school, United States. I didn't know that. No, I do know it's 7 years to be a veterinarian. I know that. You raised up in your eyes. You raised up, X-raised you, raised up in your eyes. How interesting. I did know that, Heike, when explaining your point. Your mother had Alzheimer's in addition to cancer. Oh, awful. Awful. You slept on the mattress beside her bed. You did your best with your first responder skills. I just did what you could. No, you did what you could. That's the main thing, Janet. You take a lot to be a veterinarian, you know, Zeph. It's a lot to be a veterinarian. Nursing school in the USA is 2 to 4 years, 2 years associate, 4 years for bachelor. Oh, God, wow. That is something. Interesting, Aspie, learning it from you. Very interesting. Your affinity to German Shepherds being a vet would be a good thing. No, that makes sense. That makes complete sense to your point, Zeph. Well and truly complete sense. But Zeph, in what way did X raise up in your eyes? In what way did X raise up in your eyes? If I may ask you, by all means. Oh, okay. Now your point's noted. I certainly completely understand your point. After being an RNI, sorry. Spent 5 more years working towards med school to complete towards being a doc before you had to leave. And 2 of your granddaughters. I didn't know you had 2 granddaughters, Wanda. How interesting. No, that really is a lot of work. I know. I know. No, RNI, that would be new. That means new grad, no experience. RNI is new grad, no experience. Though Wanda really is well and truly incredible, I must say. You're completely right on that, Zeph. No, really, you are, I must say. Wanda is an incredible lady and a wonderful friend to have. I mean, I'm extremely happy to have her. But I often grow a little rusty, but I'm going to read what it was that she said towards me. That was very nice. What was it that she said? I will get to it. I will find it, do be assured, I will find it. You are right, Zeph, you are generally right. Trolls do not donate. Oh! Right, now I found it. What Wanda said to me, that was quite that was a very nice thing Wanda said to me. No, Wanda is really well and truly appreciated. She really is well and truly appreciated, Janet, I must say. No, Wanda, I'm extremely gladly pleased too about what you've shared. Graham and Fiona's troll will get justice served. You have 3 granddaughters. Sophie entered university at age 15. You still, yes, no, you shared this with me before. I remember that. I remember you sharing with me that you still take uni courses. I do know that. I do completely know that. Carriage being bullies. I know. Trolls. They are completely worthless, trolls. They are nothing but completely worthless. No, but you are completely right, Janet, regarding to what you said about Wanda. I mean, I'll share with all of you what Wanda said, and it was extremely nice what Wanda had to say to me back in April of 2024. I'll share it. Wanda said to me, "You are the perfect gentleman any mother would want for their daughter to marry." She said that to me back in April of 2024, and that was very nice of you to have said that, Wanda. Thank you. Thank you. But gosh, your granddaughter's certainly been in university a very long time, I must say. No, really, she has. No, and what was quite astonishing, I was taken quite by surprise by this when Wanda came on a live of mine. She said to me, that her granddaughter began to view what it was that I did. And she said that she would, if she ran into me, she would date me anytime. Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Oh, God. I'd be happy to run into Sophie one day. Don't know if she has an affinity for vintage organs or classic cars and things, but I'd be happy to run into her one day, you know? No, she really is. Zeph, you're completely right. Wanda really is one of the most lovely people on here. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you in that very sentimental regard. Well and truly. I didn't realize you're a dog walker, Heidi. How interesting. Gaspy, you've been a registered nurse for 26 years in the USA. Interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. You've only got 7 students now. Gosh, that's not many. That's really not very many now. Gosh. Do hope you find some good new students before too long, Wanda. Who wouldn't want you as an English, French, or German teacher? Who wouldn't? Do excuse me a great moment, everybody. I need to tot up on another drink. I think I really need the loo. If by all means, I think I need the loo, if anything. But I will need to tot up on a drink. Not alcohol, but mug drink. Off you got to go. Ta-ta for now, Janet. Ta-ta for now. I'm happy you enjoyed the chat, but just gotta really, by and large, more likely need to to nip to the loo. But could be wrong. But if I don't need the loo, it will be a drink. I'll be trying to be as quick as I can. Just to see if I can rest it somewhere. Think that will do. Yes, take care, Janet. Thank you, Granny. Thank you, Granny. Oof, oof. Oh dear, I sat too long. Sorry about the long delay. Sorry about that. What is it I missed? Oh, now I'm here. Thank you, Gertrude, for having for your support towards Wanda. Thank you, thank you. Sorry I took so long, everybody. My apologies. Had to use the loo. Took longer than I expected. Oh gosh, potty. Oh dear. No, education is well and truly important. Yes, everybody learns at a different rate. You had 20 students, but it was getting too tired to keep up with them all. Oh, no, I mean, I don't think I could keep up with 20 students. I think 20 would be about too many for me. That would be about too many for me too, 20. On a teaching perspective, that is. You would be Wanda's student if you were near. How nice hearing this, Gertrude. Granny's making a coffee. Gosh. No, the world really would be a friendlier place if people helped each other and shared their knowledge, even no matter what skill you can share lifts people out. You're completely right on that, Wanda. Well shared. I really wish there was a habitat for humanity in the London area. I really wish there was, Wanda. No, I well and truly wish this. I really do. I well and truly wish there was a habitat for humanity in the Greater London zones. And I'm really wishing there were more tradesmen getting together to build tree houses for those who need them. I'm wishing the same thing as yourself right now, really. You know. Hello to you, sunflower. Hello to you. Thank you, Gertrude. Thank you. I've had a bratwurst a long time ago. I don't mind a German sausage from time to time, but they're quite tasty, but it's not something I could eat often. If I had a bratwurst far too often, I would probably get too big for weight. But other than that, I'd have it on an occasional basis. Mug of milk to you all. Raise it in hand. Well, like I said before, Zev, I don't eat a lot of meat. I do eat meat, but I don't eat it in large quantities. I certainly do not eat bratwurst in large quantities either. If I had bratwurst in large quantities, I'd probably be several pounds over the weight I am now, and I do not want that. I really don't. But bratwurst, wonderful thing to have from time to time. Wonderful food. Capit, Capit Bahay USA. Hello to you. Gosh, you're new here. Hello to Heather. Hello to Heather. You have a friend that lost her place and now renting a room. She was told by the housing authority that the wait for Section 8 was at least 4 years because those coming in get put first. God. Nice to see you. Hope you have a nice supper, Jodie. Well said, Zeph. Well said. Well said. Zeph originally hails from Texas, but she's in Nevada. Wondered if it answers your very questioning. It is another PJ party, Jodie. Well, yes, yes, indeed so. Yes, both you and Jodie are fellow Canadians, aren't you? I do know that, Jodie. Both of you are over in Canada. I certainly do know that. Both wonderful ladies in Canada. I would certainly say that for sure, because you're wonderful friends. Capit Bahay. I'm pretty sure Capit is from the Noah the Cat community. Do let me know, Capit. Are you from the Noah the Cat community? Please do let me know. I know it really is a real sin that Gertrude's friend has to wait. Bloody hell, awful. Yes, Gertrude, well said. It really is well and truly sad. Hello to Aries. Aries in Kent. Hello to Aries Weld in Kent. You've just woken up. Wow. I know that, Jodie. I certainly do know that for sure, yes. I do completely know that. Oh, thank you, Sunflower. Thank you. Thank you, Sunflower, for your friendliness towards Gertrude. Thank you. And Gertrude, thank you for your friendliness towards Heather. Thank you. And Heather, thank you for your friendliness towards Gertrude. Thank you profoundly. Though Gertrude is a wonderful friend. Though she really is a wonderful friend. You have some exciting news. I'm ready to read. This Christmas, I'll be talking to an elderly person aged 75 years and over. There is a company who chats to old people who are lonely throughout Christmas. We call them to see how they are. How wonderful. Wonderful thing. Texas was too hot for you, but your cousin owns a huge ranch and spent 4 years helping during round up the fall. Texas was too hot for you, Wanda. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I hope you have a nice supper, Jodie. I hope your supper works out well for you, and it's a nice one. Ta-ta for now, lovely Jodie. Those sunflower plants are lovely. No, really, they are. Certainly, I agree. They are happy looking. They're well and truly happy looking, Gertrude. I completely agree with you on this indeed. You've got sunflowers in your garden, Heather. How interesting learning this from you. I had little realization you have many sunflowers in your garden. Now, you normally eat at a fairly early time, don't you, Heather? I think you normally eat supper around about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, don't you? Very interesting, Heather. Very interesting. I imagine you got several flowers in your garden. I don't know if you've ever planted bluebells or roses or anything like that. I'm not sure if you have or not, but have you ever had bluebells planted in your garden before, if I may ask? You know? No, it really is lovely for Aries to do that. No, it really is well and truly lovely that she's done this, Gertrude. I couldn't value her commitment enough. I mean, her commitment is certainly, by and large, greatly valued indeed. I've certainly got to say on that matter. Sorry, wait a moment. You've got many plants that attract bees and butterflies. How wonderful, Heather. How wonderful learning of this from you. And you've also won several awards for your gardening. I do hope you win many more awards because you do dedicate a lot of your time to your garden. I do well and truly hope you receive many more awards. Sunflowers are extremely easy to grow, and there are many varieties to choose from. Oh, interesting. Interesting that there are many varieties to choose from. Very interesting indeed. You said, oh, you call them Trillium Awards. Oh, no, that's right. Yeah. That's the one I'm looking for. Trillium. The only thing I remembered was just award, because I did get rather confused whether it was a garden award or just if it was just ordinary garden award. But now I know the full naming of the award, Trillium Award. Thank you for the reminder, Heather, because I'd forgotten it was Trillium Award up to now. We had the question regarding which ages or who you teach English to, Wanda, but we didn't see the answer until now, just to say. But interesting learning, you teach all grades up to year 12 and some university courses. Now I know you enroll in. Now I do remember you saying that you enroll in certain university courses. I know that. No, it is amazing. Yeah, yeah. No, it really is a rewarding profession, Heather. Yes. Well, and truly, Trillium is the provincial flower of Ontario, Canada. Three petal flower. No, that is interesting. That is interesting that the trillium is the provincial um, flower of Ontario, Canada. I really didn't know this up to now. But very interesting insight and information. Sunflower. You've got a trillium in your garden. How interesting, Heather. Very interesting. I'll look up the trillium. Now, don't get me wrong, I do know many flowers, but it was only up till recently I only became really much more aware of the trillium. Now, looking at the picture, the trillium does familiarize me. Seeing the picture of it, it completely, by and large, familiarizes me, but never really knew the name up till recent times. Just looked it up now, Heather, and beautiful looking plant. I mean, a beautiful. Oh, I mean, beautiful, beautiful plant. A woody lily. Never could have thought a trillium was a woody lily, but it looks like a plant that could attract It looks like it could easily attract butterflies and bees. The trillium flower, when looking at a picture of it, you once grew tall sunflowers up to 7 foot. Ah, oh my goodness, that is a hell of a tall sunflower. With a lot of watering to tend to it and all that. God. Gosh, a full 7 foot sunflower. Wow, wow. You miss your English gardens, I could imagine, well and truly. And flowers are just so lovely. Now I know flowers are not only are they lovely, they are beautiful. No, I really like flowers. Flower print curtains, flowery gardens, flower print flower print kitchen cloths, everything, anything flower print is fantastic. Well and truly fantastic. I never wear flower print clothes, but I do like flower print bags and flower print curtains, flower print, not only flower print kitchen cloths, or flower print towels and things. They're wonderful. Your flower also on a perennial, in, also one for a perennial English garden. You also have a heather plant. It's purple. The heather plant. I've just looked up the heather plant and I have seen a picture of a purple one or a pink one. I'm pretty sure. I'm just looking up the colours of the heather plant. They apparently come in varied colours, the heather plants, Heather, to tell you of things. They apparently come in varied different colours. Hello to I love you. Because this is not troll, is it? By all means. I love you. Are you a troll or can I trust you? No, that really is. I agree with you, Granny. Caluna vulgaris. Okay, I just hope you're not a troll. I really hope not. But on a more astonishing note, can one imagine having 7 foot sunflowers? Blood. 7 foot. A 7 foot sunflower. Gosh, a lot of watering to tend to. Oh, you know, that'd be ideal for Chris Greener to water them up and all that. A 7 foot sunflower. It'd be ideal for the late Chris Greener to have watered them all up and all that, you know. But gosh, a 7 foot sunflower. Your sunflower dwarf, they are not. I wasn't talking about you, Heather. I was talking about Wanda, who planted some 7 foot sunflowers. But your sunflower are dwarf, they aren't large. That's good. That's lucky. But could you imagine having 7 foot sunflowers, Heather? Or anybody on here, could you imagine 7 foot sunflowers? I mean, 7 foot sunflower. No, that is amazing. Not only is it amazing, it is an astonishingly surprising sight. You know, astonishingly large flower and an amazingly tall sunflower. The birds would simply love the seeds they would get from a 7 foot sunflower. That's well shared point, Heather. Yes, very well shared indeed. You know, you could also hide there. Oof. That's a point, Heike. That's a point. You only taught 5 uni courses. You keep talking courses as knowledge keeps being updated. Okay. No, I would imagine the knowledge gets updated for several uni courses. Wonder. No, I could completely imagine that. No, it is good what Wanda's. Good thing that Wanda did. Really well and truly good, I must say. I didn't realize sunflowers grew very quickly. Sunflower, I really didn't know that. No, really, I well and truly didn't know that. And no, I knew you could grow them in pots, I knew that. But impressive that they can grow to be 7 foot. You had to get help to cut and dry the heads to feed the birds during winter. No, I could imagine one that 7 foot sunflower. That is astonishing. So I'm not surprised hearing that, you know. But I could tell you somebody who would be able to tend to a 7 foot sunflower easily and very well. The late Chris Greener. He would have been able to help tender with 7 foot sunflowers or manage them quite easily. The late 7 foot Chris Greener. Those 7'6" Chris Green and help tend to the 7-foot sunflowers. He would be able to tend to them well, or manage them well, without a lot of trouble. No, really, Gertrude, thank you for your friendliness towards Wanda. Thank you. Thank you. No, Wanda is extremely lifted. Sunflower, yes, I completely agree with you on that matter. No, she really, well and truly is very lifted. Oh, gifted. No, I think you meant gifted. No, Wanda is true, well and truly gifted. Sunflower, yes, no, I completely agree with you in that matter. I completely, well and truly agree with you on that. No, really, I do. Well and truly. You enjoy going to a rose or or botanical garden and seeing all the beautiful flowers. Huh? I love seeing flowers, Heidi. No, I really do love seeing flowers as well. Much like yourself, I love seeing flowers or a botanical garden. No, really, I do. Really, Gertrude? How interesting. You know a lot of dance teachers. You know a lot of dance teachers, but only one has the same attitude and attends seminars and classes to always be learning and evolving. How interesting learning of this, Gertrude. How very interesting. And thank you, Wanda, for being so friendly to Heather and Heidi. Heather and I, we go back quite a few years now. You know, it's a wonderful friend to have. Really, well and truly wonderful. You know. No, really, I couldn't be more fortunate to have Heather as a good friend, or you, Wanda, as a good friend, or Gertrude, Hailey, Sunflower, Heike, who's on here. No, all of you on here, I really, I do not take any of you for granted. Even if I'm not live streaming, I never, I never take any of you for granted. It's been 4 years, Heather. 4 years, not yet 5, but 4 years. So really quite a while now, I must say. No, I completely agree, Wanda. Everybody is gifted in their own way. Everybody is gifted in their own way, completely. This is completely a very truthfully evident, well shared point. Completely well shared, I must say. So, very good point you've pointed out, Wanda. Well shared, evident point. I'm feeling the same way too, Heather. I always feel the same way on that. But getting to wonder about her 7-foot sunflowers, um, getting to the 7-foot sunflowers you used to have, Wanda, well, I could tell you somebody who would have been able to tender to them well for you. The late 7'6" Chris Greener, he would have certainly been able to tender them well for you, or manage them well for you, you know. Or if anybody on here used to have 7-fruit sunflowers, you could have gotten the 7'6" Chris Greener to manage them, or possibly 7'1" Shack, you know, to tender for them. Hello, hello, hello to you. No, don't worry. Chris Greener, he was a Brit, yes. Chris Greener was a Brit, yes. Shaq is American, as we obviously all know. But Chris Greener was a 7'6" Brit, yes, he really was. To tell you odd things, Heather. So you can imagine that. And he wouldn't have trouble dealing with 7-fruit sunflowers and all that. Sprinkle people with love and watch their hidden talent. Very well shared sentiment, very well shared. Shaq from basketball, yes, that NBA basketball, yes, that's the guy I'm talking about, Shaq. 7'1" Shaq. Oh, no, but I wouldn't have been surprised if you already know of Shaq already. No, really, it was beautifully said, Heather. I completely agree. Wanda really does have a fantastic, endearing philosophy that is so desperately needed in our timing of today. No, really, it well and truly is. No, really, Wanda, I value your sentimental philosophy. No, really, I do, and I mean that. Oh, we got Marcia on here. Hello. Normally, I drink either. Heather, I drink either milk. Hello to our lovely Marcia indeed. And hello also additionally to Lily, Wookie, and Sky too. Thank you, HC, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your friendliness towards Marcia. Thank you, thank you. No, I love Marcia dearly, I really do. They are all fast asleep. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Some people suffer from insecurity, so too scared to shine. That's the point. Yes, yes. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Thank you. No, really, profound thanks always. Thank you. No, it isn't a warm evening. No, it's cold. It's cold. Sadly. Well, knowing me, I feel the cold. Oh, the H is short for Helen. Oh, okay, Helen. Nice to see you on here, Helen. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you for Thank you for your friendliness towards Gertrude and Helen, Marcia. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if everybody on here is feeling the cold right now, but I'm certainly feeling it. I'm afraid. Well, unfortunately, this happens when you get older, I'm afraid. But there we are. There we are. I'm happy learning my lives keep you company, Wanda. I'm certainly happy learning of this. And thank you, Gertrude, for your friendliness toward Helen. Thank you. Oh, yes, the podcast my mother and I did. Yes. The podcast my mother and I did was wonderful. I got quite a lot of good feedback from it. I mean, I got a lot of good feedback. I really got a lot of good feedback on the post podcast and certainly during the podcast when it was happening, and really a lot of good feedback post afterwards. And many said that my mother looked beautiful, as Heather said, and some said she looked gorgeous. Who was it that said she looked gorgeous? It was Michelle in Wales who said that my mother was gorgeous. She said, "It was nice seeing you and your beautiful mum." And she's like, "Wow, she is gorgeous and looks so young." The classic car shows, like the Worthing Minis by the Sea event. The Worthing Minis by the Sea. It's not far from the seafront, the Steen Gardens. It's Steen Gardens, Worthing, where it takes place, and it's really not far from the seafront because Worthing has a little beach and a pier. If you did to tell you, Heather, and Brighton's got a pier too. There are quite a good few places in my neck of the woods that have fairly known or some very prominent piers in my home neck of the woods, or some prominent seafronts like the Bournemouth Beach, for example, and so forth, and all that. The Blackpool Tower, where it has the Wurlitzer organ, and I'll play an example of a Wurlitzer piece. It was what I played for Hailey. I know, Marcia. The cars today have really gotten really huge. Some are huge. Some modern day cars, I cannot get over the size of them. I just really cannot get over the size of certain modern day cars. Some are huge. Gosh, I mean, it's literally, gosh, a huge car. I'm just going to play an example of a Wurlitzer piece that's sometimes known as the Blackpool Wurlitzer organ and all that. That was for Heidi for her birthday. That's an example, and I played that for Heidi for her birthday. Trouble is, out roads were not built for cars so big, especially country lanes. No, this is a completely good point. That's a completely good point you've shared, Marcia. Completely, extremely, explicitly good point. You saw a hummingbird in your garden. They moved so fast. I could imagine. I could imagine. Thank you, Helen. Thank you for your support towards me. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for saying that my mother is lovely. Thank you. It's a pleasure, Heidi. It's certainly a pleasure indeed. No, I remember you saying this to me before, Heather. Yes, I remember. I remember you telling me before. Or was it something else? I'm pretty sure you said this to me before, or am I thinking of something else? Oh, your son shares my birthday, though he's older than me. Oh, gosh, okay. Okay. Heidi's birthday was the 2nd of September. This is. Really? I've never known a bird that can fly backwards. I've never known that. I never. Who's come in here? All right. Who's there? Nixie. Hello. Hello, Nix. That was Nixie a moment ago. Hello. Hello. Yes, our sweet Russian blue and partially cornet beauty. Oh, she's on the top. That's her. That's our Nixie. Hello. Hello, Nixie. No, she really can jump high. But Daphne can just about jump high, even though she's a lot bigger than Nixie. That's the Russian blue and partially cornet beauty, and Daphne is our Maine Coon beauty. Our partially Maine Coon beauty, that is. Nixie's not the Maine Coon, it's Daphne who's the Maine Coon, Marcia. Just to let you know. Nutmeg has who's not on here tonight, but Nutmeg, she's got a Norwegian forest cat. And are also another example of big cats, like Maine Coons are an example of big cats. Thank you, Helen, for your supportive endearment towards Heidi. Thank you. Thank you. Though Nixie is beautiful. Both my cats are beautiful, I must say. Your son has always wanted the cat with no fur. Are you referring to a Maine Coon or Russian Blue, Heather? I mean, and I honestly thought yourself and your son are allergic to cats. I very honestly thought yourself and your son were allergic to cats, which was why you only had the little Bichon. Thank you, Sunflower. The cat is just skin. Uh, Nixie's breed, we believe she's a Russian blue and partially Korat. And Russian blues and posh and Korats generally are not particularly furry. Having looked them up, I've seen images of them and they're not particularly furry, and they're generally, like Nixie, they're quite small. You know you, Nixie. You know you're very affectionate as usual, aren't you? You're always so affectionate, aren't you? Yes. No, no. I've never sneezed because of a cat being near me. No, no. I've never sneezed, stood near a cat, Heather. No. Sphinx. Ooh. Sphinx cat has no hair. Interesting, Heike. Interesting learning of this from you. Very interesting indeed. Well, according to Heike, Heather, Sphinx cat has no hair. You don't dislike kitties. Your last one lived past 20 years old, but you're a dog. I know you said you're a dog person, Zeph. No, I do know that. No, I love nutmeg too. I really do love nutmeg, Zeph. No, really, I do, I must say. Oh, Nixie, highly saying hello to you. I remember you saying before, Heather, yes, because yourself and your son are both allergic to cats. But it's. Are there other breeds of dogs that you're not allergic to? Because you had the Bichon, and you obviously never had an allergic reaction with the Bichon, but but are there certain breeds of dogs that you can only go near and others that you can't? Thank you, Gertrude. Thank you for your friendliness towards Nixie. Thank you. Just other breeds of dog make yourself and your son allergic. Oh God. I'm so sorry for your misfortune, Heather. No, really, allergic reactions and being allergic to certain things is not fun. No, that really, I can imagine it's just well and truly not fun. You had to get, you had to get one to take, you had to get one to take KWN shell of your Padrot C. Daphne and Nixie, they're very selective as to where they sleep, Heather. I just don't know. They're very selective as to where they choose to sleep. Not much more I can only tell you, Heather, but I don't know if Nixie's going to sleep with me or not. I'm just going to have to see where she decides to sleep. Good night. Your daughter has three cats, Sunflower. Wow, all different personalities. What personality is Nixie? Hard to describe, but I would say it's a loving and affectionate personality, which is what Nixie has. That's the only way I could go as far as describing it. But interesting learning that your daughter has three cats with different personalities. Oh, Nixie. Mm-hmm. Gosh, she licked my hand. A beautiful, affectionate. No! Oh gosh, I thought you were licking my hair, Nixie. Gosh. Maybe that's better. You're not licking my hair, are you, Nixie? Not licking my hair, are you? I remember you saying you're 82 now. Wanda, yes. I do know that parrots can live till they're 75. Parrot B is only 27. Gosh, the parrot's got quite a long time to go yet. Okay, ta-ta for now, Heather. You sleep well, won't you? You sleep well. Though much love, unconditional love to you always, too. Your dog wouldn't stop anyone, but your cat Lily would have anyone. Your parrot talks a lot. Gosh. Now, I do know that parrots talk. But does your parrot, sorry if it gets a little bit too naughty asking you this, Wanda, but does your parrot swear at all? Has your parrot ever sworn? Seeing you said that your parrot talks a lot, I imagine your parrot has sworn on a few cases. Oh gosh, Wanda's deleted quite a few of her comments. Gosh. Thank you, Heidi and Sunflower, for your friendliness towards Heather. Thank you. Thank you. No, really, thank you. Thank you. Parents repeat what they hear. This is true, Zeph. Yes, this is well and truly, completely true. This is the complete truth with parrots. Well said. Mm-hmm. No, Nixie really is beautiful. Granny, no, she really is well and truly beautiful, I must say. Chrissy sings over 30 songs, talks all day, and can be a laugh. I could imagine, Wanda. I could well and truly imagine. Oh, Nixie. Nixie's very loving, Sunflower. Nixie really is very, very loving, to tell you all things. Daphne's loving too, but Daphne can draw a line as to the amount of affection you give to her. Sometimes you can stroke her and then she can end up biting you and all that. Nixie very seldom bites when you stroke her and all that. Naughty when he cusses. Son wants to get him, Cleve, to go live with him, but not sure. Your son's thinking about having your parrot. Gosh, I didn't know. Is this Lily who bites? Are you referring to Lily who bites, Marcia? I know, Zeph, I know. We'll wrap it up at about 4 o'clock, shall we? I'll wrap it up at 4 o'clock. I'll wrap things up at 4 o'clock. Lily bites and scratches. Gosh, as well. Gosh, no, didn't I remember you saying that Lily can be a bit of work? And Deborah's in. Hello to lovely, lovely Deborah. Hello, hello, hello to Deborah indeed. Hello to lovely Deborah Coleman in Pennsylvania. Deborah, you'd be astonished to see what was said earlier on in the live chat. Wanda, who's on here, she planted some sunflowers as tall as 7 foot. And you, Deborah, you personally knew a man, Tommy Wayman, who was 7 foot tall. And, had had Wanda known the late 7 foot Tommy Wayman, I think he would have been able to tender to Wanda's 7 foot plant sunflowers she used to have a very, very long time ago. I think he would have done a good job with tendering and dealing and managing the 7 foot sunflowers since he was 7 foot himself. But I thought I'd share that with you all the same. Now, thank you. Thank you to Helen, Granny, Marcia, and Sunflower, and Hailey for your friendly welcome towards Deborah. Thank you. No, I remember you saying before, everyone loved Tom. I remember you sharing before. Oh gosh, when Wanda, you've certainly deleted quite a few messages. Had something gone wrong? Had something gone wrong, Wanda, with what you were messaging out? I hope all's okay. Douglas Murray on US TV. Go Douglas. I don't know Douglas Murray, I'm afraid. Douglas Murray. Douglas Murray, a British author. And he's also a political commentator and cultural critic, apparently. Interesting. I needed proof of will. I could imagine, given what he's known to do, I can imagine just how intelligent he is. For all fall of your ladder. Okay. But getting to Deborah now that she's on here, I remember your best friend Heidi saying that everybody loved Tom, and apparently by and large she did share with me that Tom would not hesitate to help anybody whenever the need for help arose, apparently, according to Heidi. And Parrots Zoddy for Parrots Zoddy, gosh. Wait a moment, everybody, wait a moment. Sorry, wait a moment. Sorry, wait a moment, everybody. Just trying to find what was said to me. Trying to see I've not missed it. Just trying to make sure I'd not missed anything. Sorry about this. Sorry about this. Sorry if I seem a little too quiet. But no, yes, Wanda is in hospital. This is completely true. This is certainly completely true, Zeph. Sorry, I was trying to find what it was that Heidi said to me, but never mind. But I do remember Heidi opening up to me about the car crash that Tom sadly died in, that Tommy Wayman sadly died in. She did open up to me about it. And didn't she marry Tommy's nephew? I'm trying to remember whether she did say this to me or not. I'm trying to remember. I imagine Tommy's nephew was very tall as well, not obviously like that of Tommy himself. I mean, I know a tall Tommy in real life. A tall 6'3" Tommy Gardiner. Obviously not as tall as 7-foot Tommy Wayman, obviously. Do excuse oneself a moment. So do excuse me. Do excuse a moment. Do excuse. Do excuse. Right. I too am sorry that Wanda's still in hospital. She's been in hospital since July of this year. Not a nice way to go. Hopefully she'll be out before too long. But she's at least she's contented though. That's the main thing. Don't think I can find it, but never mind. Oh well. Sorry, I was just looking for something. You have 2 nephews and 3 nieces. How interesting. No, but thank you everybody for those having wanders back. No, really, thank you all for those of you who've had wanders back right now. No, really, it's not fun to be in hospital, but thank you everybody for having wanders back. Really, well and true thanks, indeed. Thank you. Sorry, wait a moment. Sorry, wait a moment. Wait a moment. Never mind. Oh, thank you, Wanda. Thank you for your friendliness towards Deborah. Thank you. Thank you. And hello to Sherry. Hello to Sherry. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you for your friendliness towards Sherry. Thank you. Thank you. You ta-ta for now, Sunflower, if you're going. Ta-ta for now. But really? Really, your great niece is my age. Gosh, I didn't know that, Marcia. How interesting. How very interesting learning of this from you. You've got 7 great nephews and nieces. Gosh, wow. Wow. I didn't realize your great niece is my age. I didn't know that, Marcia. How interesting. And you're a great aunt. Oh, interesting. No, it's wonderful hearing a lot of you are great aunts or great uncles and all that. I just found it. Ta-ta for now, Helen. Ta-ta for now. But interesting, Marcia. Interesting learning your great niece is my age and your youngest of great nieces and nephews is only 5. Oh, how lovely. No, but if Deborah is still on here, Heidi, your best friend Heidi, Deborah, did tell me that she was friends with the late Tommy Wayman, and that she knew Tommy Wayman through her former brother-in-law, and I imagine Heidi was tall, or Heidi is tall for height, given the fact that Tom was 7 foot, and that since she married Tom's Tommy Wayman's nephew, since she knew him through since he was her former brother-in-law's uncle, I imagine her former brother-in-law is tall for height as well. Taking into account Tommy's 7 foot height, I'd imagine his nephew, Heidi's former brother-in-law, is tall as well. That's my guess, but I could certainly be wrong. But that's my guess all the same. What's going on next week for you, Wanda? Please do let me know, please. Thank you, Heike. Thank you for your friendliness towards Wanda. Thank you. Thank you. I will. Is it sheds? Is that sheds you're referring to, Wanda? No, but I am my apologies if I bored any of you. Sorry about that. Sorry. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you for the love and hugs you sent towards Wanda. Thank you. Thank you. But just to let you know, we'll be wrapping things up at 4 o'clock UK time to tell you all things. We're not completely far off it now. But in the final moments of the live, has anybody got anything interesting to share? Thank you, Marcia. Thank you. We'll be finishing things up in the next 7 minutes to tell you all things. In the next 7 minutes, we'll be wrapping things up. But thank you, Marcia, for your friendliness and your friendly endearment. Thank you. Thank you. No, I'll rest enough. Don't worry, Sherry. I'll rest enough. Do be assured. I'll certainly rest enough. Thank you, Zeph. Thank you. Thank you. '100 degrees Fahrenheit. Bloody hell, that's hot. Interesting, but baking hot. Wow. No, but I'm sorry if I got a little bit silent a moment ago. Apologies if I got a little too silent. Oh, Nutmeg! Hello to Nutmeg. What a lovely surprise to see you on here. We mentioned you earlier on, and gosh, it's a surprise to see you in here. We've only got about another 5-6 minutes now, Nutmeg, but it's wonderful seeing you on here. I know, Heidi, yes, 100 degrees Fahrenheit is baking hot. Wow. I mean, wow. It really is hot, Heidi. Yes, I agree. Totally. It's a pleasure. Pleasure, Heike. Yes, it certainly is a howdy to Nutmeg, Zeph. Indeed it is. You're in you're in Los Angeles. Oh, okay. No, I remember you telling me now. I remember you telling me now, Sherry. Harriet, you're in. What's my favourite type of flower? Boob. Oh, gosh, Harriet. You are just too funny, aren't you? Hello to Harriet and hello to Nutmeg, who have came in for the final moments of this very live stream. Think you are bailing to Florida at the end of the year, if the plan works out. Okay. Good luck with going to Florida at the end of the year, Sheddy. Though Harriet is a funny one. Nutmeg, no, she really well and truly is, I must say. You couldn't resist it, Harriet. God. No, Florida really can get hot, Heidi, yes. This is certainly well and truly completely right. Well said. Harriet can never resist, I know. I well and truly know. Yes. Well, listen, it's time to finish things up now because we're nearly at 4 o'clock. Once we get to 4 o'clock, it'll be time to finish things up. You know, and it'll be a good 3 hour, 5 minutes late night live. So a long one, quite a long one indeed. So don't worry, Nutmeg. Don't you worry. I will get the sleep. Don't worry. Protective as you may be of me, please don't worry. I do know what I'm doing. But I can understand why you're being very protective of me. Nutmeg, I do understand why you or anybody would be protective of me. As Zeph would say, it's Mama Bear protection or Mama Bear love. Right, it's time to finish things off, everybody. Thanks, everybody, indeed, for watching this recent late night live of mine. And as we got to the end of it, thank you all for tuning in and taking part in the fun. Good night, and may your God go with you. Goodbye, and may your good wishes bring you great expectations of happiness.